welcome back to the channel. I am ClolyMoly with you-know-who.
With me.
It's me, Mario. Okay, so we're with the next Nancy Drew game after that agonizing experience of Secret of the Scarlet Hand, where no one had me
But this one is Ghost Dogs of Blue Lake, so it should be a lot better. So, yeah.
So Courtney is once again our resident note taker, who also
Hey, Ruth knows. I click sometimes. Sometimes I like to click. Can I start out clicking? You always get to start out clicking.
It's because it's my channel. I'm just gonna start the new game.
Welcome to my latest case, Ghost Dogs Dear Ned. Remember Sally McDonald, the woman who took those photos that Dad has up in his office? Well, she just bought a house in Moon Lake, Pennsylvania. A gangster named Mickey Malone built it back in the 20s as his country getaway. We're talking major fixer-upper. Anyway, last night Sally called and she said she desperately needed my detective skills. She refused to say why over the phone. Naturally, I said I'd drive to Moon Lake immediately. But weird things started happening the moment I pulled up. First, this big tree fell down behind my car and has me totally blocked in. And then I discovered that Sally's gone. She left a note that suggested something terrible happens here at night. She's supposed to call me from her car. So here I sit, writing to you while I wait for the phone to ring. It's nighttime, and although part of me is dying to know what frightened Sally away, another part of me is starting to feel a little uneasy. I'll let you know what happens. Ever yours, Nancy.
Here we go, a dilapidated house, and the phone rings. Okay.
Hello?
Nancy, hi, it's Sally. We have to talk fast because I'm in my car and my cell phone's running low, so we might get cut off. But did you see my note?
Yes, are you all right?
No, I
feel awful bailing on you like that. You must think I'm such a flake.
Yep.
I'm just worried about you. What's wrong?
I couldn't stand the thought of spending another night there. I knew you were on your way, but it didn't help. I just got too scared.
What's to be scared of? It's so peaceful and quiet here.
Just wait until it gets dark. Then you'll see.
I don't see why
What
you're
am I
scared
saying?
at all.
Nancy, you shouldn't be there by yourself either. Why don't you just go get in your car and go home? Or drive to Philadelphia. My aunt's got plenty of room.
How about you stop telling me how to live my life?
One of your trees seems to have other plans for me.
What do you mean?
Let me put it this way. Unless someone who just happens to have a chainsaw just happens to come by, my car's not going anywhere.
Oh, the dead maple beside the driveway. Oh, they told me it was in danger of falling over when I had the place inspected. I just never got around to doing anything about it.
That is
Listen,
unfortunate.
call M's Emporium. That's a store on the lake. Emily knows everybody. She'll know who to call if she decides to answer her phone.
Call Eminem.
Don't worry about it. I'm not in any hurry to leave.
You will be.
It's at least entertaining.
Okay, look, I just bought a little outboard motorboat. I haven't used it yet, but the guy who put it in for me said it should run just fine. It's tied up in the dock out front. Just get in it and go. Go anywhere. Just get away from the house.
And then we just
I can't just take off in your boat. It's pitch black outside.
Then listen to me. Go around the house and lock
You are
all
not
the
here
doors and
for
windows.
singing
Do that right
skills,
now.
And I don't know why you're here.
Well, hey, our singing.
Sally, just tell me why you're so upset.
The dogs!
It's just our rap skills.
Those
It's not
dogs!
something I
Out of nowhere. They're outside howling and snarling. Teeth and claws. Horrible.
Dogs? Hello? Did you say dogs? Hello?
Oh, shit, did you say dogs? I'm out of here.
Dogs, I want a puppy. Now let's read our note. Check out squeaking.
Nice.
Let's call Bess.
Okay, so I don't get this because it's like a rotary phone, but you push buttons and that's what thing there.
Nancy, how's it going?
Hey, Bess. How'd you know it was me?
It's a phone.
Telepathy, of course. Just another of my many talents.
You are so full of it. She got caller ID, Nancy. So now, instead of hanging up on the geeks that always call her, she just doesn't answer the phone.
Very funny. So what's up?
That sounds like me. When
I could sure
people I
use a
don't wanna
nice
talk
big
to
hint
call
right
me.
about now.
I just watch
Yikes, I
my
am
phone
without a
ring.
clue.
Same here. Sorry,
And then I'll
Nance.
get a text later. I called you, and in my
I
head,
could
I'm
sure
like,
use
yeah,
a
I
nice
know.
big hint right about now.
Yikes, I am without a clue.
Same here. Sorry, Nance.
Believe it or not, Sally went to her aunt's in Philadelphia. I'm here by myself.
Why? What happened? Did you two have a fight?
Because
Beth,
Sally's
Nancy
a
Drew
bad
does not have
hostess.
fights. Heated debates, maybe. Fights, never.
Why else would Sally just take off like that?
Yeah, I punched her
She
right
said
in the
something
nose, and
happens
she's
when
like,
it gets
"That's
dark
and
here.
she left.
Something really, really scary.
Scary as in what?
Yeah, people type scary or ghost type scary?
Dog type scary. She
Ghost
called to
dog
warn me
type
about the
scary.
dogs.
Dogs? As in Rin Tin Tin, Old Yeller...
Huckleberry Hound?
Apparently, there are some dogs around here that come out at night and are pretty scary. That's about all she had the chance to say before we got cut off.
Dogs aren't scary. Maybe it's some other kind of animal.
That's possible.
As soon as you hang up, you're gonna go prowling around outside, aren't you?
Why, Bess, that's a great idea.
Well, be careful.
And if anything does happen, run. No, wait, call us first, then run.
I will. Bye, you guys.
Good luck, Nancy.
And stay in touch.
Oh, also, since we forgot to mention this in the...
What is that?
It sounds like a whining dog. Well, now it sounds like an owl, but before it sounded like a whining
Let's
dog.
peek out this curtain.
I like how the walls are literally like deer bones.
Something's out there.
Have you never heard an owl before?
Now look what you've done. That was a Strixvaria. At least I think it was. Never know for sure now, will I?
Oh, hi there.
Hi, little bear.
Who are you?
My name's Red Knot. And if you've got a volume knob, I'd appreciate your taking it down a notch before you scare away everything from here to Lancaster.
I'm Nancy Drew. What were all those noises out here just now?
That was me, Miss Nancy Drew, calling in birds. And doing a pretty good job of it, too, till you showed up. Where'd you come from, anyway?
I'm staying here in the old Malone place.
Now, why would you want to do a thing like that? The Malone house is no place for one young woman, let alone two.
You've met Sally?
I talked to her a couple of times. But you know, the last time I saw her, she wasn't doing so good. She acted real anxious, scared.
Did she say what was wrong?
The dogs. The dogs of
You know,
Mickey
I honestly
Malone.
don't remember who was
Legend
behind
goes
this
that
one.
when
Oh, yeah,
Malone
he's
was
gonna be
finally
wild.
arrested and hauled away, his 4 dogs went running off
But
into
right
the
off the
woods
bat,
and were
that's
never
suspicious of
seen
this guy.
again. People
He's
would
just
just
creeping
hear
around
them
our house
howling
and
like their hearts were broken every night until one by one, they all died and went silent. But every time someone tries living in the Malone house, back they come.
Are you saying Sally's house is haunted by ghost dogs?
Every night, ever since she moved in, you could hear them howling. And some nights
sure
the
it's not
dogs would
just
appear
you
outside the
going around
house,
the house
running
and
around,
doing
snarling,
that.
barking, and throwing themselves at the doors and windows. And then they'd be
Oh,
gone.
that totally
They're buried in the
wasn't me. I
cemetery
scared
just
them
beyond
off
the house,
for
you know.
There was
Them
10 of them
and
out
me,
here.
both.
I fought them off with my bare hands.
The dogs
and my
would attack
bare
her
feet.
house?
It's like they don't want anybody but Malone living there. I guess they don't know he's dead. And so are they.
Did they ever attack Sally?
She never gave them the chance. After the first attack, she stopped going out at night. Just locked the doors when it got dark and sat tight until morning.
Why haven't the police investigated?
This isn't New York City, Miss Nancy Drew. All they got around here is one officious little park ranger. And all Jeff Akers does is sit around all day trying to figure out how he can get himself transferred out of here to a bigger park.
Do you live close by?
I just come to Moon Lake in the spring to look for birds. Got an observation platform just up the path, kind of my base camp, and I've got a little outboard down there on the lake. Left my car at the big dock up lake. Don't really need it.
Oh my goodness, that's so creepy. He's not moving or anything.
Are those the ghost dogs?
Yes, ma'am. Which is why I think it would be a good idea if I went my merry way and you got yourself back inside that house. Good luck, Miss Nancy Drew.
Okay. Let's walk out further.
Yep.
It's not safe to take the boat out at night.
Damn it, Nancy. Be a risk taker for once.
Oh, what's that shit?
A face only a gnome could love.
Only a gnome.
Come on. Find it.
There we go, a key.
Yay! We discovered something. So anyway, what I was going to say before we interrupted by creep face, since we didn't mention this in the
Oh, the
last...
key broke off.
Oh, of course.
It's locked.
Because we didn't mention this in our last playthrough, of Secret of the Scarlet Hand, be sure to check out the Secret of the Scarlet Hand.
I gotta have some
Everything
torque.
Wrong with video.
I gotta have some torque.
For all the things that was wrong with that game. Like, we pointed out a lot of them, like, especially at the end, where everyone just stared and watched you get locked up in a tomb, and they waited for you to break out so they could tell a poem at you.
Oh, awesome. This is our first phone, kind of. I mean, we can't make calls on it yet.
Yeah, it's a pager.
It's our first electronic device.
Finally! We're out of the 19th century. Why didn't you spray that in your face? Oh, what's this? Ah! My eyes! Good job, Nancy.
I'd better wait until daylight.
To get water. You know, everyone knows spooky things happen when you get water. Oh, there's the doggos.
This is not good.
Go back! Get out the windows!
What was that plaque on the wall? What is any of this?
I know,
That was just so bizarre, and it just kind of happened, and we were just like, okay.
It's stuck.
Dang it.
So,
Vitus, Iggy, whatever its name was.
get well water tested.
ASAP.
So we got a flashlight.
Oh,
Or
forage.
not.
Oh, okay, I was like to say, should I take a picture of it? But Nancy's actually grabbing the shit she needs now instead of just glancing at it. Nancy, I'm really, really sorry, but I just can't face another night here. I'm going to my aunt's in Philadelphia. Door is open. Make yourself at home. We'll call you from my car.
So
Sally.
she has a cell phone, but you don't. Okay.
PPS, please don't hate me. Well, I
So
hate
that
you.
was the note I guess I was supposed to have seen before I answered
Well,
the phone.
Nancy mentioned it in her letter, if you were paying attention at all.
No, because she left a note because Sally was supposed to be here, but then didn't, she left.
Yeah, I
That's
know.
why-
She said that Sally left a note that she had left and would call her from her car.
Leaves that appear on a fresh spring tree make my birth different from the other three. When swans drift by on shimmering blue, I'm the one who plays in the summer dew. When autumn's call brings out the deer, it is I who howls on mornings clear. And when winter comes and birds take flight, look to me to sleep through the long gray night. Take a picture of this because what I believe
This is gonna be like the poem tapestry.
Yes, so this is about one of
The dog.
there's 4 of them.
Okay.
So it's about 4 of the dogs, and each dog has a different personality, and it's gonna help tell us how we're going to turn those little figurines around because of knowing the different seasons and directions and stuff.
Am or Pim?
Did I look at everything yet?
There's a hole in the wall. Look at that.
Rotten floorboards. Watch your.
How are we supposed to avoid that? And we died, I guess.
So that happened. Okay, I guess we gotta go to morning. Wait, what is this clock? Maybe when you move the things.
Oh, okay, so that's how we'll be able to tell which thing can turn the direction of the dogs, but we can't move them all yet. One of them is stuck.
Ooh. Get dead tree cut down.
There's bananas, guys!
Oh, water.
Grab the bananas! I want bananas!
This shit is bananas. B-A-N-A-N-A-S.
Ring-a-ling-a-ling-a-ling-a-ling-a-ling. Banana phone.
I feel like, we're just gonna come out here. We're gonna take the freaking boat.
Well,
first of all,
boo about it.
Let's see if we can't find, Okay, so I guess it's missing a thing. We got a bucket. Okay, will you let me? Yes, I get that. I have to fix it. Oh, it's hard. I got a wooden board.
Those look too rotten.
Okay, so we just need that board, then I guess. Is it because I gotta fix the floors?
The boat's full of water. I gotta have some torque.
Hammer and some nails. A gas mask or something.
Wait, can't you guys... No, like, can you grab the chains? So we can beat people with it. Stay back!
Here's your ball and chain, sir.
The spark plug is missing. I gotta have some torque.
I don't know.
Well, apparently we need some.
I gotta have some torque.
No,
The spark plug is missing.
no,
We just need-
because
Well,
it's a screwdriver.
is that a death stone on there? By the way, if you drive this boat, you're gonna die.
Find a spark plug. Got. We need to find that number to call.
What number?
Maybe it's Emily.
Ask Sally.
We gotta call to have the water tested. We will call Sally. So we gotta be like, hey Sally, spark plug, chop chop.
Hello?
Hey, Sally, it's Nancy.
Nancy, did you see them? Did you see the dogs?
Yes, I did, and I can understand why you left. They were pretty frightening. But if it's okay with you, I'd really like to stay and get to the bottom of whatever's going on.
Sound like
That's
you're
why you
doing
asked me here in the first place, right?
Freaking car.
But, Nancy, are you sure?
Positive. Consider Detective Drew officially on the case.
I wish I were even half the trooper you are, Nancy. I have such high hopes for that house. All the beauty there, the wildlife, all the pictures I was going to take. It would break my heart to have to give it up.
I need you to tell me everything you can about those dogs.
They're black and they have yellow glowing eyes and they don't like me
They were
one
green.
bit.
When's the first time you saw them?
Well, let's see.
And yellow
I
glowing
heard them the
eyes. That
very
sounds like a
first night I
dog
was
that's
here.
looking at light.
I heard them almost every night, howling in the distance.
Or a
But I
cat
didn't
looking at
actually
light.
see
I know,
them until I'd been
dumbass.
here about a
Plot
week.
twist. The
After
dogs
that,
are
they started
actually
appearing
cats.
pretty much every other night.
When they appeared, did they always do the same thing?
Yes, come to think of it. They always came running up to the house, barking and snarling. They'd lunge at the windows, they'd jump up on the door, they'd run around and bark some more, then they'd run off. What are you getting at?
These attacks seem to involve a lot of choreography, which reinforces my theory that you're not being randomly attacked by a pack of wild dogs, but by dogs who've been trained by someone determined to scare you out of your house at Moon Lake.
Who would want to do that? My closest neighbor lives 2 miles away. My property is surrounded by the state park, but it's off-season, so hardly anybody is in the park. In fact, I bet I talked to a total of 3 people the whole 4 weeks I was at Moon Lake.
Which 3 people?
Let's see, the park ranger, I forget his name, kind of a pain in the neck. Emily Griffin, she's the one who owns that store I told you about. And I ran into this bird watcher a couple of times. Had a funny name.
Red Knot. I've run into him too.
Other than people I may have nodded hello to while getting gas or something, I swear those are the only people I've talked to at Moon Lake.
What about River Heights? Can you think of anyone there who'd want you to sell your house at Moon Lake and move back to River Heights?
You mean like an angry ex-boyfriend or something? Nope, I sure can't.
Since I'm going to be staying here a while, is there anything I should know about the place?
Well, let's see. I've got the water turned off because it's well water and it needs to be tested before I can use it for anything. In fact, if you could get that testing done for me, I'd really appreciate it. Oh, and watch where you walk in the living room. Some of the floorboards are so rotten you could fall right through.
Oh, I haven't
And I
noticed.
keep hearing these faint squeaks and rustling type noises coming from below the floor. I hope you're not scared of mice.
Your outboard motorboat is missing a spark plug.
Where is the
Is
spark
there one
plug?
around here by any chance?
I wouldn't know a spark plug if I swallowed one whole. But you need that boat, Nancy. Right now, it's your lifeline. You can't use your car, and believe me, you can't walk anywhere because all the paths around the house end in this thick, horrible brush. You've got to get it fixed. Wait a minute. The bird watcher, he's got a boat. Maybe you could borrow his spark plug or something. Go down the path that's to the right as you look out toward the lake from the house, and you'll eventually see his observation platform. Try him at night. He never seems to be around during the day.
Alrighty.
Who did you say I should call about getting rid of that tree?
Emily Griffin. She doesn't bother answering her phone sometimes, so don't call her. Go see her. Her store's on the west side of the lake. And brace yourself, M's Emporium is something else.
How well do you know her?
I feel like I've known her all my life. She's so open and friendly.
Good to
She
know
likes
you
to
have
make
a
it sound as if
BFF.
Moon Lake used to be a major
Your
hangout
best
for criminals and
friends forever.
degenerates, which isn't really true and
big
irks
fat
some
friends.
people around here no end. But I figure she's just trying to make a buck.
How do I go about getting your water tested?
Try the ranger station on the east side of the lake.
Ranger
I've been told
danger!
you can get some kind of kit there.
I'm curious. Why did you characterize the park ranger as a pain in the neck?
I left part of a ham sandwich on a picnic table once. Big mistake. From the way he carried on, you'd think I just made the FBI's 10 most wanted list. I don't think he likes me. Emily says it's because I wrecked his dream of becoming super ranger or something when I bought the Malone house instead of the parks department. Me, I think he just basically has a problem relating to people unless they're asking questions or breaking the law.
Where'd all that stuff in your tool shed come from?
It's just junk left behind by previous owners. Came with the house. I've been meaning to take inventory and start pitching stuff, but I didn't. If they ever make procrastination a crime, I'm done for.
The wall hanging in the living room with a poem on it, and those dog carvings in that cabinet above the sofa. What can you tell me about them?
Aren't they cool? They came with the place. Sold the clock. Apparently, Malone had them custom made when he built the house. In fact, they're all built into the house. They're still there because you can't move them.
Has the clock ever worked?
Not for me. Oh, but get this. One day, I was messing with the hands. You know, trying to get them to work. And all of a sudden, one of the 4 little doors flew open, and instead of a cuckoo, this dog popped out and barked 3 times. It's a doggy clock. That Malone, bad as he was, he sure loved those dogs.
Talk to you later.
Stay in touch.
Okay, so basically we got household chores.
Household chores.
Because the house looks like a... Never mind.
The house looks like a whore. But anyway, we can do chores in the next episode because it's that time. the time to go to the next episode. So, thank you guys for watching. We'll see you guys next time. Like, comment, and subscribe. So, hasta la pasta.